It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
Yeah, success pending from the moment I wake. These tastemakers still blocking, so I'm flooding the gates. I study the greats, watch my environment, understanding assignment, divinity, striving for early retirement. I'm focused. Nobody showed me how to get it, so I got myself. Built the rotation like a timing belt. I used to really want plaques, the fame chasing, had us breaking our backs. They advertise everything that we lack. My dog Chino kept the heat in his slacks. Sound crazy, the generation that crack babies. The late 80s and early 90s when it was grimy. That's what designed me, defined me. Didn't have no Abercrombie, too broke to have a hobby. Food desert Mojave. Stop on them ramen noodles. Them kids not be on them perks. You gotta check they pupils. Popping on IG with school IDs. Can't tell them nothing till they hook the IVs. I've been crossing my T's, dotting my I's. Watching online, the money coming, just a sign of the times. I put in years though. Rappers flipping bars that I created from years ago. I just can't feel them like doctors refusing physical swole. I shatter their dreams and glue them back together. This is Kyrie verse Kimber. Y'all act like y'all don't remember how 97 and Netflix. Patreon on my guest list. I don't speak to the check it. I'm devising my exit.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well out there today. In this show, we're going to be getting into Nicki Minaj once more. She has been in the headlines all week, pretty much. Of course, she's been going off on different Twitter rants. She's been calling out Jay-Z. She was throwing shots at Megan Thee Stallion earlier in the week. And today we're going to be following up on a story of Nicki Minaj becoming a streamer, okay? During her rant going against Jay-Z, she put out a tweet basically stating, let's get Jay-Z trending before I sign up on Kick or Twitch. She even did a poll that had nearly 100,000 votes from her fans. And I even put a vote in there too as I was going through the tweets. It is official. Nicki Minaj has signed up and created her Kick streaming account. It's been put up by the Kick News Twitter channel, or Twitter page, I should say. And they pretty much give us all the news that's coming through their pipeline. And they've already tweeted it out that Nicki Minaj is officially on Kick. So here we have it from Kick Champ. Nicki Minaj just made her Kick channel. Right? This is a photo of Nicki, and this is a screenshot of her Kick channel just moments after it was created. This was tweeted out at 10:46 p.m. last night. Okay, at the time of this screenshot, there was 32 followers over there. I would assume there's many more over there by now. Let's take a quick little gander over there. Kick, not a big Kick fan, but we'll just check it out for content and accuracy's sake. So I'm over here on the official Nicki Minaj channel. This is live. Well, not live because, of course, this is pre-recorded, but in real time. This is the channel. It's not a fake. At this current time, she has 1.1 thousand followers. She hasn't launched a stream or uploaded any welcome videos or anything like that as of yet. Okay? But she does have an active chat over here. I don't know if y'all can really see him above my head, but she's already got her fans in the chat. They're just waiting graciously for her to launch her first stream. So we've got somebody here in the corner that says Queen. Somebody else says if somebody stole her name, this would be a travesty. So somebody is entertaining the idea that perhaps this could be a fake page that somebody went ahead and claimed before she could get to it. I'm not sure. But even if that is the case, I'm sure that she could probably get in touch with somebody on the admin side that could get that taken care of for her. All right. But they're in the chat over here just spending a day talking. All right. So the Barbs have already infiltrated the spot. Now, as all of this has been taking shape the last couple of days and we've been tuned in, also someone who's been tuned in is Adin Ross. Okay. He went on his stream and basically was trying to advocate for her to come over to Kick rather than Twitch, because he felt like if she wanted to express herself completely freely, then she would need to go to Kick. Of course, Adin Ross is banned from Twitch for different things that he did on his streams over there. And he claims that he has an equity share over there at Kick, and he was willing to share some of his equity with Nicki Minaj if she were to come over there. We'll see if he makes good on that promise. However, they did end up having a conversation last night. Y'all know I don't really care for this guy, but she did have a conversation with him. Nicki Minaj called Adin Ross on stream and they discussed the benefits of Kick over Twitch. All right, this is a quick clip that we're going to run here.
You know, the pros.
Yeah, okay. Nicki, I just want to say it's a pleasure to finally connect and talk to you. I'm a big fan. You know what I'm saying? I know you get this a lot, but yeah.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Nicki. So the pros, in my opinion, is because I know you like to talk your shit and just be you. And I feel like you don't gotta worry about any getting in the way, if that makes sense. Like you could just kind of do that, be you. You don't have to worry about bans or any of that. Your fans don't have to watch ads either. Like they don't have to pay to subscribe. And in my opinion, nowadays everything is all clipping. Everything is kind of on TikTok, Shorts, everything, Reels, Instagram Reels. So no matter whatever you stream on Kick, the discoverability may not be as good as Twitch, but they're gonna see the clips everywhere regardless. For your fan base, because I know how they are, I think they would enjoy Kick if you make it Kick, basically. Like you do Kick because you're so free to do it and say whatever you want.
Okay.
All right. So that is Adin Ross putting his bid in to get Nicki Minaj over on Kick, which we now see she has an account. And we also know that Adin Ross is a part of the Drake camp. And Drake was supposedly crossing over to become a streamer on Kick as well. That never materialized. The first actual real stream that he did outside of a gambling stream was on his own YouTube channel, where he decided to debut new music just the other day, and he completely decided to skip over the platform that he was suspected to be partnering with and just went straight to YouTube. So I felt that was very interesting, but nonetheless, he does have people like Adin Ross, Ben the Don, and a whole laundry list of other streamers that are basically waiting for his tour to start, because he's allegedly going to be flying them out on a jet to cover his Wireless Fest performance. All right, so we do see that there is some sort of connection there with Adin Ross, Drake, and now Nicki. So maybe things are not as rocky as people may have projected between these two, Young Money affiliates. Now, on her quest to figure out the correct platform and advice that she needed, not only did she consult with Adin Ross, but she also reached out to Cenat, and of course, this was also during his stream. So we have a clip of their conversation here as well. Of course, this isn't the full conversation, but a piece of it.
Okay, then you can. Okay, so with Kick, it's more like it's more like you're able to just say more and do more in terms of not getting banned. Like you could say whatever you want, basically, without restriction. And then, but Twitch, in my opinion, is more. I think it's just easier for the viewers. So the viewers will be able to go to Twitch easier and be able to find you, in my opinion. And it's more discoverability, in my opinion. The things that you can't, the things that you're limited to saying is things that you just wouldn't say on a normal, which is slurs and just bad words and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so well, I mean, if that's the only thing that you can't say on Twitch, I don't think I would have an issue if you can't say slurs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be not gonna say slurs.
Yeah, that's about it though. But Twitch is just easier discoverability, and they'll be able to find you easier. But Kick. Okay, I mean, then you can. Okay, so.
All right, so that's Cenat basically giving her the same spiel, but from the opposite spectrum. Basically saying that for her, if she wants to have a higher rate of discoverability for ease of access, he was advising Twitch, although he said, Kick is cooler. Well, I won't say cooler, but it's a little bit more lenient in terms of their terms and conditions. Not so strict as far as saying things that may be offensive to others, type of thing, right? Again, that's where Adin Ross comes in, because he's had some controversy over there on Twitch, in which he ended up switching over to Kick. All right. So that's Nicki Minaj and her quest to figure out the right streaming platform for her to take her fans. Now, what I find interesting is that she's calling Kai and Adin, which of course they are big time streamers and they could probably point her in the right direction of who she should talk to. But I do find it interesting that the streaming platforms, as in Twitch or Kick, you know, didn't reach out to her directly to give her the pros and cons to have those conversations. You would think for somebody like Nicki Minaj and how massive her fan base is that they would be breaking their motherfucking neck to have gotten in contact with her before these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, love her, hate her, feel however you want to feel about her. The name and brand recognition that comes with Nicki Minaj is still extremely massive and would serve as a benefit to any platform, or at least you would think so, right? If you look back at Nicki and her usage of Station Head, like, she's somebody who spent a lot of time over there on Station Head, more time than I probably would have advised if I was on her team. But that was her area to speak unfiltered to her fans and be able to have that communication, which she feels is very important. And her fans absolutely loved it. You know what I'm saying? Again, say what you will about the engagement, the interaction, the content, or the subject matter in which was discussed over there. Her fans bought into it, literally. You feel me? Like, I remember watching, especially last year, and she was having, all those different rants, and she was putting out all those different messages from 2023, 24. The stuff where people was trying to decode if she was talking about Ice Spice, or if she was talking about Cardi here, or if she was talking about Meg there, or if she was talking about this one or that one. And I'm looking and I'm like, damn, in the midst of her talking, she done sold 500 singles. She done sold 1,300 motherfucking Pink Friday 2. You know what I'm saying? Making money in real time. So I find it interesting that she's leaving. Because I would have thought, based on the amount of consumption that was happening over there, that she made pretty good fucking money. But again, you got to look at the landscape. They're saying that the Kai Cenats, the Adin Rosses, all of these different people, they're making hundreds of thousands, if not getting to the millions per month type shit in 2025, which, to be honest, in music, there is a ceiling. These people are getting on daily, or at least multiple times per week. They're having their base follow them through their day-to-day activity. If they're going to a event, they're streaming themselves from when they leave, on the way to the airport, going through the airport. If they fly in private, they might even fucking stream what they can in the flight, the landing, the fit check. They trying, you know what I'm saying? Look at fucking Kai Cenat at the fucking BET Awards, having his camera crew follow him the whole time while he's hosting red carpets and shit. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a different landscape on the way. A lot of artists are trying to tap into that because these young guys are making these massive amounts of money, and they don't have the traditional guidelines of an assigned artist to a record label who has to answer to X amount of executives. If this song doesn't meet the sound or the taste meter that they looking for or whatever, you could just go straight to the consumer. So I know it's very enticing for artists, but the other side of it is, are the artists going to do the necessary things in order to keep their fans captivated? I think Nicki has a leg up over a lot of the other artists that have been trying. I think she has a storyline that her fans are locked into, whether that be this whole Jay-Z narrative, whether it be being anti-industry and people trying to hold her back or whatever. She has a storyline where if she starts, breaking the third wall and like really giving them stories of what's going on with her, they're going to be locked the fuck in. You know what I mean? They're going to be donating bread. She going to have that motherfucker just racking up money because she has, again, one of the most supportive fan bases we've ever seen in music. Now, some people may say, hey, the fact that they're going to be putting that type of money up, do you believe that Nicki might be in financial turmoil? I don't know. I can't say that. I don't know her finances. However, she has been complaining that people owe her money. So that's a very big possibility, but I cannot personally attest or attribute to that, right? I know people have talked about the First National Bank or First Tennessee Bank, excuse me, that situation. I know people see First Tennessee Bank, but that's actually with a publishing company called what is the fucking name of that company? I think that's Global Music Rights. And they have like 384 of her songs in their catalog, in which they go out and license the music and find opportunities for that music. So I think she accepted a certain amount of money for them to house that catalog over there in their catalog. And of course, in order to recoup whatever they paid her, they're going to get it back through finding those opportunities for the music. But I think some people think she actually owes the bank, and I don't believe that to be what's going on. I know there's another one, but that's another company called Harborview. And Harborview is like a music asset acquisition company where they pay artists. Like if you wanted to put your catalog up for sale, Harborview is another company that will come through and purchase your catalog. I think they paid Nelly in the upwards of like $50 million a couple years ago when they purchased his catalog. So I do think there is a little bit of misinformation out there regarding Nicki Minaj and her alleged debt. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I'm only here to just give information, context, and break certain things down as it is presented. But either way it goes, I just want homegirl to to find peace. Ultimately, find peace, find happiness, find joy. If it's gonna happen on Kick, like I said, she's more interesting than Young Miami. She's more interesting than some of the other artists that have contemplated going over to streaming. Young Thug. Nobody wants to. Young Thug is finding out that people ain't even fucking with him on Twitter as we speak. He keep talking about rats. Every time he log in, he's talking about rats. I'm like, this nigga must be watching goddamn. He's either watching Ninja Turtles or he's watching fucking The Dark Side of New York or something. Like, this nigga talking about rats every fucking time he get on social media. You about to wear out your motherfucking welcome. The rats is finna infest your ass, sir. So I think she has a leg up on a lot of these other people. Okay, that's my assessment of the situation. I'm only here to talk about her today in the context of the streaming. But y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I will catch y'all later. More news to come on the way. Y'all stay tuned. And before I go, be sure to vote for your boy in the Global Citizen Festival once again. Support your boy so that we can get on that stage and get those other benefits that are supposed to come with it. All right? But I'll catch y'all later. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit on my almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.